welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In last video, I have discussed how to approach CSAT. In this video, I am going to discuss about types of numbers. Basically, this video will help all of you to understand basics about the numbers. Once you know of these numbers, that will again help you to solve the questions. So first of all, when we see the numbers can be this all numbers can be a real number or imaginary number. Again, these real numbers can be irrational number, then rational number, then rational number can be a fraction, and then integer, and then integer can be negative and the positive. So first of all, what is the need? Need is whenever UPSC is giving one particular question. In that question, they have mentioned rational numbers, they have mentioned integers or natural number or the whole number. At least all of you should know which numbers they are talking. So when we talked about all these numbers can be put it in number line. The numbers which can be put it on the number lines, they are called it real numbers. Mean the numbers which can be adjusted on the number lines are called it real numbers. Like we have 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. These real numbers again means the number which are not put it on number line or called it imaginary number. Imaginary numbers are those numbers which are not or which cannot be put it on the number line. Real number can be rational, means rational numbers and irrational number. What are the rational number? The number which can be write in form of P upon Q. Like we have 1 upon 2, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 1, -2 upon 1. All these numbers are rational number. All these numbers are rational number. When we are talking about irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be write in P upon Q form. Like we have pi, again we have √3, we have √7. Because we do not have exact value of these numbers. So here whenever questions comes rational numbers, you have to know rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in P upon Q format. Again, rational numbers can be two types. One is fraction, like we have 1 upon 2, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 5. All these numbers are the fraction number. And we have integer. Integers are nothing, like we have -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here I have discussed all numbers can be divided real number and the imaginary number. Then real numbers can be irrational and the rational, and these irrational number can be like pi, √3, √7. Again, rational numbers can be divided in fraction and integer. Fraction can be 1 upon 2, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 4. Integer can be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. In integer again we have negative integer. So these are called it negative integer, -3, -2, -1, and these are called it positive integer. These are negative integer, negative, and these are called it as positive integer. Okay, 0 neither negative nor positive. Okay, and again these positive integers are also called it natural number. These positive integers are also called it natural number. Clear? So till here, and when we are adding 0 into natural number, they are called it whole number. Whole number. So I have given here the basic idea of the numbers, like what are real number, what are imaginary number. Real number can be rational and the rational. Rational can be written in P upon Q format. Rational number again can be divided into fraction and the integer. Integer are -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These integers can be negative integer and the positive integer. Okay, when we are adding 0 in the positive integer, they are called it whole number. This is a basic idea. Okay, now here again same thing only. The real numbers can be rational number and they can be irrational number like pi, √2, √17. All these numbers are irrational number. Rational numbers, like we are talking about like 1/2, 3/22, like fraction. And then we have integer like -1, -7, -4. Whole number include natural numbers also plus 0. So this is the basic idea about the numbers. Then come to the other types of the number. Other types of the number in the sense, when we are talking about the numbers. Numbers can be even number and the odd number. Number which are exactly divisible by 2. Simple, when the numbers can be divided by the 2 or called it even number. Like we have -4, -2, 0, 2 and 4. So these are the even number because they are divisible by 2. Some of the n even numbers are n plus 1. So here these formulas, somehow they will help you to solve the question. So here whenever questions is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. So what is the value? So here you know n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n value is 6. We can just put this value in this formula like 6 plus 1, that is 7. 6 into 7, it is 42. So when we want to get the sum of the even numbers, this formula can be applied. And second thing, you just know what is even number. Second thing is the odd number. Odd number, simple, the number which are not divisible by 2. Like we have -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And the sum of the n odd number is just n square. Like 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. What is the value? So here numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N value 6 square, that is 36. So these formula, somehow they will help you to solve the questions. Now other form of number. Other form of numbers are, one type of numbers we can say that prime numbers. Prime numbers are nothing but the number which are divisible by either 1 or itself. Okay, means the number which have 2 factor only, 2 different factors. Okay, what are the factors? Like consider we have number 6. Number 6, it can be divided by 2, 3 is 6, 3 1 is 1. So 6 have factor 1, 2, 3. Means 6 can be divisible by 1, 2, 3. So prime numbers are those numbers which have exactly 2 different factors. But here factors are 3. So it is not a prime number. So number which are divisible by 1 and itself only are called it prime number. Like we have 2. So 2 is divisible by 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 3, 5, 1 and 5, 7, 1 and 7, 4 1 2 4. So this is not a prime number. So why we are studying prime number? Once you know the property of the prime number, some of the questions sometimes they will come on prime numbers. Without knowing the property of the prime numbers, you are not able to solve it. Second thing you have to remember, 2 is only even prime number. 2 is only even prime number because it is even, divisible by 2 and have 2 factor. That is a one important fact you have to remember. Second thing is you have to remember 1 is not a prime number because it has 2 equal factor. As I told you, prime numbers are those numbers which have 2 different factors. 2 different factors, and 1 have only 1. 1 is divisible by 1 and 1 is also divisible by itself, but it is not a prime number. That fact you have to remember. Again, one more property of the prime numbers is every prime number greater than 3 can be written in form of 6k plus 1 and 6k minus 1. Consider we have number 5. 5 can be written 6k minus 1. K is 1. So here 5 will come. 7 can be written 6k plus 1. 11 can be written 6k minus 1 and 13 can be written 6k plus 1. It means every prime number can be written in the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1. Other way we can say that when we are dividing a prime number, the remainder will be 1 or 5. Whenever we will discuss remainder theorem, that time I will discuss this concept. But as of now, you have to understand when we are going to divide prime number by the 6, the remainder will be 1 or 5. There are some more facts if you want, because that will help you again to solve the questions. There are 15 prime number between 1 to 50, 10 prime number between 100 and 50. Simple concept. When the numbers are increasing, prime numbers are decreasing. Okay, because more and more when numbers are increasing, a given number can be divided by other numbers. Okay. Now to check whether number is prime or not, very simple way we can check a number is prime or not. Like consider we are taking 113. So we are checking 113 is a prime number or not. We will take near root of 113. So we know that like 11 square is 121. Now we will write all the prime number below 11. Like we have all the prime number 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. Anyway, this number is not divisible by 11. Now we will check whether given number is divided by 2, 3, 5, 7 or not. Because, okay, anyway, next video I will try to discuss divisibility rule. In that rule you will understand how simply we can check a number is divisible by a given number or not. So this number is not divisible by 2 because unit digit is 1. Sum of these numbers is 1 or 2, 3, 4. 4 again is not divisible by 3. Then this number is again not divisible by 3. 5. Unit digit should be 0 or 5. Not divisible and not divisible by 7 also. So then we can say that the giving number is a prime number. So this is the way we can check a giving number is a prime or not. Then other types of number like relative prime. Simple mean the pair, the giving pair of a prime numbers have only one factor, that is 1. Like 3 and 5 is divisible by only 1. 4 and 7 can be divisible by only 1. 11 and 15 can be divided by only 1. 15 and 4 can be divided by 1. So these are relative prime numbers. Consider in some question they have mentioned a group of relative prime numbers. If you are not aware what is relative prime numbers, it becomes very difficult to solve that particular question, because relative prime number we are adding a number other than the prime. Then twin prime, a group of a pair of a prime number which have difference of 2, like 3 5 5 7 11 30. They are twin prime number. Composite numbers are simple. They are just opposite to the prime. Prime we have talked about the number which have two different factors. Simple. Here we are talking about the number other than prime numbers. All numbers are composite. Other than prime number we should leave the 1. Other than prime number all numbers are composite. Like we talked about 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 30. All are prime number. Remaining numbers like we have 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 40. All are composite number. They have factor 3 or more than 3, like 2, 4 have factor 1, 2, 4, 6 has factor like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 has factor like 1, 3, 9. Means factors are nothing but the number which can divide a given number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. That is the fact you have to remember. So here we have discussed different type of numbers. These different type of numbers or this understanding will help you to solve further questions. Now one more type of number, the perfect number. Perfect numbers are those numbers when we are adding the factors of giving numbers is equal to that number. Like consider 6. 6 has factors 1, 2, 3. When we are adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 6. That is a one property. Then we have number, consider 28. 28 has a factor like 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 7, 14. When we are adding 1 or 2, 6, 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 7 or 7, 14, 7 or 7, 14, and then 14, 28. These are the like very different type of whenever in question they are giving a perfect number, so you have to know this property. So here some of the factor, other 28, 496, 8128. So they are very different category of the numbers. They are perfect numbers when we are adding the factors of a given number that is equal to that number. They are called it perfect numbers. Okay. So till now we have discussed different type of numbers. Now we are going to discuss some property of the numbers. Some property of the numbers that definitely will help you to solve these questions. Like when we are writing a number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, there will be 9 digit. We can write 9 into 10 to the power 0, that is 9. When we are writing 10, 11, 12 up to 99, so we can write 9 into 10 to the power 1, there are 99 digit. When we are writing like 100, 101, 102 up to 999, we can say that there are 9, 10 to the power 2, it is 900, that is 90. So this will help you whenever UPSC is going to ask the question. Already they have asked some questions, so you have to know how many digits are there. Questions will come, like we will see the questions also, then you can understand. Second thing is, you should know sum of the natural number, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n, it is n plus 1 y2. Second thing is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to n square. So we can say that like n to n, I can write n to n plus 1 y6. And when we are talking about n cube, 1 cube, 2 cube up to n cube. We can say that n plus 1 by 2 whole square. These are the formula you should remember, because these, okay, we should not mug up the formulas, but somehow the basic things we should know. Whenever questions comes, we can solve the question easily. Let us discuss some questions also. A plus 2, a plus 4 are prime numbers. These are the questions UPSC may ask in this IS exams also and other exams. Okay, so then number of possible solution. So here a plus 2, a plus 4 are the prime numbers. So we have to put the values of the a. So here we can put values of the a like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Consider 1. So 1, when we are putting 1 plus 2, 3, okay, 1 plus 4, 5. Anyway, 1 is not a prime number. Okay, then 2 plus 4, 4, and 2 plus 4, 6. 4 and 6 are not prime number. Then 3 plus 2, 5, and 3 plus 4, 7. This is the combination which are prime. The one combination we will get. Now consider 4. So now later on you can take any number. Like if you are going to take 4 itself is not prime number. Now you are going to take 5 plus 7 plus 4, 9. It is 9 is not a prime number. So in this particular questions, when we are taking the value of a, only one value satisfied, then answer will be 1. So if you are not able to understand as of now, just try to solve it. Simply we are taking the value of a and putting in these combinations, and we can get only one combination, not more than that. Simple logic, just try to think about it, because as I told earlier, when prime numbers are increasing, their numbers are again reducing. So basically when we add 2 and 4 in one number, we cannot get a prime number. Just think about it. Okay, now okay, so as of now, like we have tried to discuss some questions also on numbers. Okay, and then till now in this particular video, what I have discussed about basics of the numbers, basics of the numbers. Because the objective of this particular video is to get a knowledge what are these numbers. Once you know these numbers, whenever UPSC is putting the name of these numbers, then it becomes very easy to solve the questions also. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand the types of the numbers and some of the questions which UPSC has already asked. Maybe in next video I will try to take more questions on these basic concept, and thank you.